South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators, fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again, Magdalene, Chauffeur, bragging and boasting.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another dollar video, and I'm going to be reacting to how DMX warned about Jay-Z being a Hollywood snake. Now, if you know about Jay-Z, you know this stuff is not surprising at all, bro. Jay-Z has been known to snake his close friends. Look what he did with Damon Dash, stealing Rockefeller. You know, so not stealing because he was a part of Rockefeller, but he was able to finesse it where he was able to take Damon out the picture and take full control. Then he became president of Def Jam. I remember DMX had an album that he wanted to drop after Jay-Z became president, and Jay-Z was like, oh, I don't know. After telling him like, yeah, you know, do what you want. And this is DMX. He was a multi-platinum selling artist, you know. Again, DMX, I met him 3 times in my life. Always was humble, down to earth. Like, he's not even like, he's just a people person, bro. And him being dead right now doesn't sit right with me because I feel like there's more to his death. I feel like he should still be alive right now, bro. You know, he was too real for this world. And yeah, man, I just hope he gave his life to Jesus and, you know, he saved. And he always did prayers and stuff like that. So I feel he probably is saved. But anyway, without further ado, let's check out this video, man. Let's see what he said about Jay-Z.
The late great DMX and Jay-Z had a very complicated relationship, and while Jay paid tribute to X after he died, reports recently emerged that X never really trusted Jay and thought he was a snake who never wanted others to succeed.
It was honest. I mean, a lot of people are afraid of honesty. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to show who they are, you know, because they think it, you know, makes them look weak or whatever, or, you know, well, we all have flaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who tries to act like they don't, it's full of, well, you know they're full of.
DMX also previously claimed that Jay sabotaged his 6th studio album because he was afraid of the competition. But Jay, of course, never admitted to this. And then there's also the fact that DMX was always very open about the dark side of the industry, whereas Jay, well, a lot of people believe.
Speaking on that, didn't he drop Damien 1 to 3? I don't know if there's a 4th Damien. And basically, Damien is a song that DMX got. It's like a series because it's three of them. And he's basically rapping from the perspective of him selling his soul to become rich and famous. He clearly says it in that song. And then the devil was using him. So it's like, man, that shows you, bro. These artists will tell you the truth and the people still won't believe it. Like, they will literally say, I sold my soul. And these people will deny it. Nah, it's just a rap. It's a bar.
Believe he is the dark side.
A lot of the love I had for wanting to be a part of the industry is not there anymore. I don't even associate myself with the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry.
So what really went down between DMX and Jay-Z? Did X really try to warn us about Jay being a snake? Let's get into it.
You know, because at first you retire, you know, then get me off the label. Now you're back rapping again. Okay.
Just days after DMX died on April 9th, 2021, Jay-Z appeared on LeBron James's talk show The Shop and was asked to comment on X's legacy. Jay recalled how he boycotted the Grammys back in 1999 because DMX didn't receive a nomination. And he said that despite the competition between the two of them, there was always a lot of love.
A little bit just about like what he meant to the culture and maybe meant to you personally.
By the way, the first time I boycotted the Grammys was for him. We both came out that year. He didn't get nominated. He dropped 2 albums, had 2 #1 albums in the same year.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
They didn't even nominate him. I won that year for rap album. So my first Grammy win, I wasn't in. I wasn't even in the building because I boycotted it for him. So there was a competitive thing, but it was big love. He was so competitive with me. I never met a human being more competitive with me. Like,
and I remember they had like a little freestyle battle too. I read DMX's book. It's called Earl. It's about his life. It's a very good book. I might have to buy that book again because that was a good book talking about his life, how he came up. He talked about how he met Jay-Z and he battled Jay-Z. And I think he said he won that one too. That would have been an epic battle to record and watch on tape or something.
Ever, not even my big brother.
However, However, what Jay forgot to mention is that he was the competitive one and allegedly tried to sabotage X's career. In 2004, Jay-Z became the president of Def Jam Records, and according to DMX, that's when he started acting differently. See, DMX was a Def Jam veteran and had 5 #1 albums under the label between 1998 and 2003. But then Jay-Z stepped up as the president, and DMX claimed in his 2012 interview on The Breakfast Club that Jay tried to sabotage his 6th studio album, Year of the Dog, again.
What happened was, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I stopped listening to DMX like after the 4th one, and I think it was, and then there was X, Grand Champ, another one I ain't listened to, but I might have to go back and listen to them joints.
It was good. I go to do the 6th album, and
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, "Yo, dog, DMX is running the building." Like, "Yo, you good?" Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Niggas go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know?
According to X, all this happened because Jay had changed his mind about retiring and wanted to get rid of the competition before his comeback.
Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good.
This is when DMX realized that Jay was all about himself and would never care about anyone as long as it served his purpose. And so X left Def Jam to sign with Columbia Records. And there's another reason why DMX reportedly felt that Jay couldn't be trusted, and it has to do with Jay's relationship with those who hold the real power over artists. While both Jay and DMX contribute a lot to the music industry and culture, they moved very differently when it came to doing business. DMX was always very open about how the record label executives control artists and refuse to bow down to them.
They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executives dicks, and it's like there's too much of that going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, sitting at the going to dinner.
Kumbaya, basically. You gotta rub shoulders and act like you friends with people that you really don't like.
With them and like that, and all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give my money.
Jay-Z, on the other hand, played the industry games from the get-go, and over the years, he's been accused of betraying many people close to him. One of them is Jay's fellow Rockefeller co-founder, Dame Dash, who claimed that Jay-Z was in cahoots with the music industry bosses and sold him out. In 2021, Dame tried to sell his shares in Rockefeller, and he claimed that Jay was willing to buy his stake, but offered him just $1.5 million. Dame was offended by the lowball offer, so he and his team tried to sell Jay's debut album, Reasonable Doubt, as an NFT.
But when I was offered a certain amount of money for my interest in Rockefeller Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, they offered me like $1.5 million, Jay-Z. And I was like, that's some disrespectful shit. So I guess I had to sell it someplace else. And I was talking to my cousin who knew this dude, Ron Sweeney, a lawyer, Ron Sweeney, and they were telling me it might be better to sell it as an NFT and all the things you could do with it.
This prompted Rockefeller to file a lawsuit. However, Dame claimed that he never tried to sell a portion of the project and was instead trying to sell his stake in the imprint.
I got the lawsuit because, again, I got accused of doing something I didn't to stop me from doing it. And then everybody just went missing. So I had to deal with the lawsuit on my own. I was like, yeah.
Dame also said that this is when he realized that corporate interests were trying to infiltrate the narrative. And though the lawsuit was settled in 2022, Dame later again called out Jay, saying that Jay betrayed him for money. And according to Dame, the music industry higher-ups convinced Jay to sell him out. That's the algorithm. It wasn't surprising because that's what always happens, Dame said. They make one sell out the other, their friend, divide and conquer. That's a normal story. But that's not all. Dame also called out Lyor Cohen, one of the most powerful men in the music industry and former Def Jam president. Lyor and Jay have been close for years, and in his memoir, Decoded, Jay referred to Lyor as his mentor and said that Lyor taught him about 8 degrees of giving in Judaism. But see, Lyor has been involved in numerous controversies over the years, and Dame called him a culture vulture. In 2018, Lyor appeared on The Breakfast Club, and one of the things he talked about was the opioid crisis, and he actually name-dropped DMX, saying that he was so sad about DMX's substance uses.
I don't want to give up on people.
One of the biggest artists you ever had had a real bad drug problem, DMX.
I'm so sad DMX, there's two people inside of him.
However, when Charlemagne asked Lyor why he keeps signing artists who promote drug culture when he knows there's a crisis going on, this man said that that's just how the business works.
You gotta realize, man, like, and this shit makes me think about like the drill music, how drill music is such a destructive influence on kids. Like the kids look up to these drill artists, they want to emulate these drill artists, and you know, they don't care about rules. They just wild, wild west out here on these streets, right? And the drill music promotes it, capitalize off of the misery of these kids that are dying due to the drill influence. And the record labels know this, but they still don't care because it's all about money, bro. You know what I'm saying? They know that this shit is bad for these kids. They know that this music is destroying these communities and destroying these kids, but they still promote it because it makes them money. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the time age-old classic, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. You know, it's like these woke companies that it's like the issue with the Call of Duty issue with Nick Merckx. I wanted to make a video on it and I didn't. Basically, they try to cancel Nick Merckx because he put a tweet out that said, "Leave the children alone," because these parents were fighting with these LGBT people, right? That they don't want certain things taught in their schools because their kids are young. He said, "Leave the kids alone." Call of Duty canceled him, removed his skin, his bundle, right? But they act like they for, you know, the LGBT people. Meanwhile, when they release the game in Arabic countries, Saudi Arabian countries, they remove all the LGBT shit. So they don't really care about y'all. You know, they only about their money, bro. So they're hypocrites.
It's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Good shit.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked.
See how he got mad? Charlemagne put him on the spot.
Me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
You don't think that's hypocritical though? You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Charlemagne then brought up Dame calling Lyor a culture vulture, and here's how Lyor responded.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him.
Charlemagne and DJ Envy then reminded Lyor that he and Dame made a lot of money together back in the day. But once again, Lyor refused to acknowledge Dame's existence.
I don't know him. I really don't. So,
that's crazy.
I don't know what to tell you. I won't be complicit.
Well, this response tells you all that you need to know about what kind of power people like Lyor have in the music industry. When Lyor's comments about Dame went viral, Dame fired back on Instagram saying that Lyor proved his point. Dame wrote, "Thanks for this, Lyor Cohen, for proving my point in true culture vulture form. They make money off of us and then try to erase our true history and act like the real ones never existed."
Crazy.
Dame continued by asking Cohen why he doesn't profit off of his own culture. He pays his bills at the expense of us, Dame wrote. The big question is, why can't he sell any rock music? Why can't he eat with his own culture? Stop fronting on my people like you mean something. Your own culture laughs at you. Now, how this ties in with DMX is that Lyor was allegedly the one who convinced Jay-Z to sabotage X's 6th studio album. But get this, when DMX died, Lyor made some downright disrespectful comments about him at his own funeral. DMX's funeral took place in Brooklyn on April 25th, 2021, and a number of industry figures gave speeches, including Lyor. However, he didn't bother to show up in person. Instead, Lyor sent a recording in which he talked about how Earl Simmons, which was DMX's birth name, was a wonderful man. However, he said that DMX was a gremlin.
And so the race against time was that we all know X is a gremlin and reckless and looking for a wall.
That's so disrespectful. How you call this man a gremlin at his own funeral that you didn't even bother to show up to? What?
To crash into. X, if you listen to X, if you see X his death is no surprise. If you listen to and you watched
I don't think that's what people want to hear at that moment, bro. They want to hear, you know, the good stuff. Like, yeah, people knew that he had demons since his childhood. He always rapped about it. He talked about it, and that was a possibility, right? But nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear that, yo, this guy, you know, he meant so much to this culture. He done a lot. He had a great career, movies, albums, platinum. You know what I'm saying? He helped people. He would give you the last dollar from his pocket. Like, that's what you got to say. This guy's talking some bullshit.
who and what X was.
Now, why would you call a dead man a gremlin at his own funeral and talk about his death was no surprise? Yes, we all know the X struggled with substance use, but to be this disrespectful at his funeral is wild. And this is the man that Jay-Z calls his mentor? Well, it's no wonder DMX never trusted Jay. And fans are saying this is exactly why X will always be more respected among real hip-hop fans.
Yes.
Jay-Z is the Gotti of rap, and that's not a compliment, one fan said. He has no respect for anyone but himself and bites off other leaders, rappers, and manipulated them to get to the top. How many times did Jay-Z retire to get DMX off the throne? Literally moved him off his label in DMX's prime. And another fan wrote, Jay-Z is an understudy of Lyor Cohen. People want to be blind to the facts a lot, but that should tell you everything you need to know, especially when it comes to a lot of his business decisions. But how do you feel about Jay-Z and DMX's complicated relationship? Do you think that Jay really betrayed X? Comment down below.
What I feel? Fake love, man. That's all it is. Jay-Z had fake love. And I even remember when they had the whole beef with Rough Riders and Rockefeller, Jay-Z was hating on Jadakiss. He did the same type of tactics he did with getting DMX off of the label. He did with Jadakiss did a song with Maya. Then Jay-Z did a song with Maya, the remix to the same song. Like, and he was throwing shots on there. Like, come on, bro. Jay-Z the type to throw shots and hide his hand until he can't hide it no more. Anyway, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this. I like this channel, Culture Covered. I'll do some more reactions to a couple of the topics they're talking about because it's interesting and I remember a lot of this shit, man. I wish I would have been on YouTube years ago because I would have been talking on these issues as they came up. But it is what it is, man. Anyway, it's your boy Dollars. I'm off this one.
For my time goes by, they gon' raise a nigga jersey in the sky. Treat a nigga right, big dreaming on my life. Shorty wanna get some air, I go and get her when I fly. Taking off on these niggas I retire. The minute I catch fire, I smoked them all before, just revisiting the high.